Today is Monday, Parashat Ekev. The parasha of this week begins with the idea that it will be because you follow the Mitzvot of Hashem, you follow His laws, that He will give you many, many blessings. But the word used for because is the word Ekev, Ekev Tishmeun. And it will be because you will listen and you'll follow the Mitzvot. But there are other words in Hebrew that means because. It could be like biglal or ki, yan. The word Ekev has a double meaning to it. Ekev in Hebrew means a heel, the heel of the foot. And Rashi explains, even if you follow the mitzvot, she'adam dash ba'akevav, if you follow the mitzvot that people trample on them with their heels, meaning that they consider them unimportant. There are many, many mitzvot that Hashem gave us. Unfortunately, some people feel, well, this mitzvah is important, this other mitzvah is not so important, I'm not going to follow it, it's not such a major thing, it's something that is small and unimportant. No, the pasuk at the beginning of the parasha of this week says, you will get many blessings because you'll follow even those mitzvot that seem on the surface of it to be unimportant, or figuratively speaking, that people would trample over them with their heels. And in truth, the Pirkei Avot says, "Heve zahir b'mitzvah kala kebachamura." Be careful to fulfill mitzvah kala kebachamura. Even the light mitzvot, just like you'd be careful with those that would seem to you very big mitzvot or serious type of mitzvot. Because you don't know what is the reward for his mitzvah. By the way, in the Torah, there are two mitzvot that the Torah tells us specifically what the reward for them is. So that your days will be long, so you have long life. And long life here, and olam haba, so they'll get a big reward. And these two mitzvot, one is one of the toughest mitzvot to fulfill, and the other one is one of the easiest mitzvot to fulfill. One is kibud avaim, to respect your father and mother. No matter how much we respect them, how much we give them kavod, how much we care for them, we can never pay back what our parents did or are doing still for us. Because they brought us to this world and have taken care of us since we were babies. Therefore, to honor your father and mother and sort of like return the favor would be very difficult. No matter how much you do, maybe it's not enough. The other mitzvah for which the Torah tells us the reward of long life is shiluach haken. What is shiluach haken? You see a bird in a nest, sitting on its eggs or with its young chicks, young babies, you just shoo away the bird. It's a very simple act to do, to just shoo away the bird, to say just like, shh, go away, move it, and then the bird would fly off. It didn't involve any hard effort. Yet there also Hashem tells us that you'll get a long life because of that. So you have the hardest to fulfill and the easiest to fulfill, and they both have the same reward. And maybe this is an indication from the Torah that don't start to evaluate what mitzvah is more important or less important, and to choose only the ones that would seem in your eyes to be important. And there's Hachamim have given a parable to explain this concept. As imagine yourself, there's a king who has a garden, and tells his people servants to take care of all the plants in the garden. But he didn't tell them what reward there is for each care for each plant, because he wants that all of it be done. It could be maybe a small herb or a small little flower that would seem to be totally unimportant, but maybe it has some qualities to it. It maybe could be either medicine or in terms of perfume or in terms of something that you may not be aware of. And that's why each one of them should be taken care of, because all the mitzvot together create a whole, and each one of them has its importance. So that's the concept at the beginning of the parasha of this week. There are all the mitzvot of the Torah There are many of them, and we don't give grades to mitzvot. We fulfill, and those that are seemingly unimportant, if you follow even those, then there is a whole list of blessings that are listed in the parasha that you'll benefit from. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.